We've just bought our first home and you can see that the garden is an absolute disaster area. But through my eyes, this is a blank canvas that is just waiting to be transformed into a beautiful garden. So I've spent the last few months planning, sketching out concepts to try and get all the design ideas that I've got in here, both practical and beautiful, into a small space. So throughout this series, we're going to show you how to transform this into a virtual oasis for me and my family to enjoy. At the moment, the backyard is sloping and not very usable. So we're going to build a big deck that leads out from the living area to a beautiful feature wall and decorate it with lots of potted plants. The right trees are the foundation to a good garden. Plus, they're good for the environment. And my good friend Wes Fleming has been transforming gardens all over Australia with his amazing trees. So what better person to ask for the right advice than our tree guru? Now, Wes, what have you got in store for my garden?
Well, look, Mel, we've got a challenging little space here, but I'm sure that we're going to be able to turn it into a garden oasis as long as we make sure we plant the right trees in the right spot.
All right, well, I'm going to leave you to it. Good
Thanks,
luck.
Mel.
Thanks.
Look at Mel's small little backyard. The first area I'm going to look at is her next-door neighbours. Now, just here we've got a two-storey next-door neighbour that we want to block out. We want some privacy. Now, the original owners planted this small-leaf pittosporum, which really they are great screening trees, but in such a small backyard, they're going to take up too much room. One of the trees that I recommend and I love for the suburban backyard is an ornamental pear called Capital. The reason I love it, it's very upright. It'll get to about 6, 7, 8 metres tall, but only about 1 metre, 2 metres wide. So it's not going to encroach on the neighbour's property and it's not going to encroach on our space here. We've blocked out our next door neighbour, but best of all with these ornamental pears is we can still plant a garden underneath. Now, Mel has told me we're having a little garden bed just here, just as you come down off the steps off the patio. Now, it's a tough spot because we've got north sun right up against the house. What we're going to get here is a bit of vertical lines into the house, loves the sun, perfect small garden tree. Indian summer, crepe myrtle. Now, probably the most important garden in any house is the front garden. The old saying goes that first impressions last, so I've selected out here some of my best top 10 small garden trees. We've got a forest pansy, a Cercis forest pansy that is just a stunning tree. Beautiful autumn colour, flowers, and look at the foliage. Weeping maples. Now, weeping maples are my babies. I grew up growing these, and they just are going to fill this space beautifully. And then we're going to underplant it with perennials, like a little English garden. Mel's garden is going to be stunning using our top 10 garden trees.